My name is Kevin Myers, if you haven't met me. So any of those that know me, I don't like to give speeches. I don't like to stand up and talk in front of anyone. But I was told this morning that I need to do something tonight, so I figured I'd write something down. So I got some cheat sheet notes here, just in case I need it. But
wait a minute, you didn't write any notes, you printed them.
well, I printed them on my phone. It was perfect. No, but first of all, I want to thank everyone, and we have a lot of out-of-town guests. Thank you all for coming from Ohio, the East Coast, New York, Boston. Thank you all for coming out. That was fantastic. And you know, today's all about the celebration. I really appreciate everyone coming out celebrating the union of Catherine and Michael. It's been a wonderful day, and I think the rest of the night will be even more enjoyable as we go through the night. You know, life is all about family and friends. And we're fortunate that Dinah and I met each other, not though so many years ago, but we met each other and we got together and we had a wonderful wedding kind of like this, and it was a wonderful time. And we were fortunate to have our lovely parents, my dad Jack, my mom Sharon, and then Dinah's, yes, absolutely. And Dinah's parents, Jim and Mary Jane. Life is all about family and friends. And when I think back to the weeks prior to when Catherine was a baby and we were being born, all the family was telling me what to do and what to have and what to talk about with the child. And I had this wonderful daughter, and I thought to myself the weeks prior, I said, what am I going to do? You know, how am I going to raise her? And so what I really wanted to do is I wanted to raise a child that was someone that was independent, that was strong, that was caring. And we got Catherine. She's going to make me cry up here, so I can't look at her right now because she'll make me cry. But listen, for all of you that know Catherine, her strength has been unbelievable. She went through a knee surgery. She went through a lot of tough times in her life. But it was interesting. We knew Catherine's strength when she was a young child, as a toddler. She'd be running on the street with her friends. There's a lot of them here. She'd run down the street. She'd trip and fall. She'd skin her knee. And she'd look over to us, and we'd all sit there and go, "You're okay." She'd hop up, continue to play, and never to look back. So she's the strongest woman I've met in my life, next to my lovely wife. Sorry. You okay there? Yeah, good. And then we're talking about independence. Catherine's independence. A lot of you have met her, studied abroad. You know, Catherine and both Jack and Catherine decided they didn't want to stay in California, so they decided to go across the country to go to school. Very independent. But again, as a young child, we knew you were independent. And part of it is that about the age of 14 or 15, if you didn't know, that she went abroad, or went to New York and then went to Houston to dance the ballet. And I remember we would take her to the airport, and she would be packed, and she'd be going through security, and she'd kind of look back with this, a little bit of a scared look, and we'd wave, say, you're all good. And she would turn around and just go right through without even a hesitation. That's our Catherine. Always independent in life, and always will be. And her caring. If all of you know Catherine, I'm sure you know her, you've met her. She is one of the most caring human beings that we've ever seen in my life. She went and started a Make-A-Wish Foundation. She, with her high school, to help kids that wanted to make a wish. She's done everything under the sun that you can imagine to be caring. As you heard last night, she always says sorry to Michael first. She's always the most caring. But again, we found this young little girl, and we knew she was caring when she'd be playing with her little brother, not so little now, and they would be playing in the yard or playing in the backyard, and Jack would fall. And the first thing she would do is she would drop everything, stop what she was doing, and make sure that she was taking care of her brother. That's her caring. So throughout the years, I knew, and Dinah knew, that we raised a wonderful, special daughter. And we knew it would take a special man to come into her life to share all of her hopes and dreams. Well, then comes along Michael. This special man to come and share all of her hopes and dreams. Yep. So everyone asks us, what's a life together? What really makes a life together? And the first thing that I really think about when you're with a partner or with a couple is patience. And we saw this patience early on in the relationship. And for those of you who know Michael, so Michael probably in the third or fourth month decided, I'm going to teach Catherine how to drive a stick shift. Anyone taught anyone to drive a stick shift? That is an amazing feat to begin with. So they planned it out. One weekend, they spent a whole Saturday, and they went out there and they spent the day. They came back. But the funny part about this is, and for those of you who don't know Michael, Michael's a car guy, a big car guy. Second thing with Michael, he's a big Porsche guy. The amazing component of this was he took her out to drive, or to learn to drive stick, on his prized Porsche, his first car he ever purchased. At the end of that day, Diana and I looked at each other and said, he's done. It's over. So that's it. The second part is really the strength and understanding. There's a strength and understanding as a couple when you grow together as a team, as a couple. The strength to say no, and the understanding to say yes to those around them. To think about each other first and foremost, their desires, their needs. So we saw this really early on when they would consult each other. And it's been a truly, truly amazing thing to see them grow from separate individuals to a wonderful couple that they are today. Catherine, you've gone through a wonderful journey. Your mom and I have been on this journey with you. We remember back in the days when you were an infant sitting on my chest watching football with me, to the young toddler that would say, I can do it myself, to the beautiful and talented woman or young girl that would make my heart race when you danced, to the generous and hardworking young woman you are today. We love you. Catherine and Michael, we are so excited to see the future for you guys, to see you grow not only as individuals, but also as a couple, to see you reach your dreams as individuals, but also as a couple, and to see as you grow as a family. So, everyone, grab your glasses. Raise your glasses to my daughter, my son-in-law, damn right, Mr. and Mrs. Michael White. Yeah!
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen White. I am Michael's older brother and the best man today. I guess this is my one last responsibility today, so once we get through this, it'll be the checkpoint and finish line. Dun, dun, dun. So, I came down from Oregon. I'm a paramedic up there. I just got a new job, and I didn't even know if I was going to make it down here as of a week ago. Had to trade someone out, so I'm working Christmas and Christmas Eve for this. You're welcome. But after that dinner, it was so worth it. I'll do it again. It's fine. So I met Michael one day in September in 1994. He showed up in my mom's hospital room. I don't even know how he got in there, but after that we became roommates, and after that we were like brothers. It was that type. So Michael called me one day and said that he was deciding between me and Davis for best man, and first of all, I was surprised that he called me. And secondly, I was surprised that I was actually in the running for the best man. But after hearing my competition, I felt pretty safe that I was in there. But in all seriousness, today's wedding is a beautiful ceremony. It was presenting an accumulation of all the hard work and love to Michael and Catherine. I've met guests as far as Florida and New York, and so everyone's traveled a long way. It's evident in the room of everyone's love for Michael and Catherine. Growing up with Michael, we're 3.5 years apart, and it brought a sense of competition, even though maybe neither one of us knew that we were participating in this competition. For my first example, I was here on Earth first, so Stephen 1, Michael 0. In school, Michael got better grades than I did, received more awards. His GPA was higher. He took 100% more AP classes than I did. His SAT score was higher. Did you take the ACT or whatever that is? I'm sure it would have been higher as well. And me in high school, me and Michael both ran cross country and track all 4 years. Even though we never ran together, I stayed an extra year later to teach the young ones how it's done. Michael beat all of my personal records and every single thing. I did get varsity 1 year sooner. Okay, that didn't land. Michael went to college. Michael went to college in Embry-Riddle in Florida, getting a master's in the mechanical engineering. Bachelor's, yeah. I was thinking of Nick.
Your other brother.
Yeah. So he was doing that while I was attaining associates in fire science, and when I hear that he got his bachelor's, I had to go back and get another associate's in paramedics. So 2 associates, does that equal 1 bachelor's? I bought a Mustang 2 years out of high school and spent all my time and money upgrading the performance and visuals, making it look all sweet and sick. Michael had to take the family Bronco after I was done with it, and then borrow Brett's car, and then borrow Nani and Papa's car. But then he goes and buys this Porsche that outperforms my car without all the hard work, you know. Michael also met the love of his life in less time than I did. Beat me to that. Michael always had high standards when it came to his friends and interests, and I was becoming skeptical if there was a girl out there for Michael. But then I met Catherine. Catherine is this beautiful Boston grad that owns her own company, comes from a good family, and is actually my brother's own age. Catherine seemed way too nice at first. Like trying to impress the boyfriend's family nice. I kept waiting for the act to drop. I was like, maybe after a couple months, she'll settle down, I'll see some cracks. So like a couple months ago, I was like, maybe I can drop by with Michael on a weekend, early in the morning, unannounced, catch her off guard. But no, we walk upstairs and she starts apologizing for this non-existent mess around here. Offering food and drink, and offering us paintings and other home goods that were going to Goodwill that day. You just won't quit, will you? We'll see after today, maybe. Catherine makes Michael a better person. I mean, I've seen it throughout the last couple of years of how he's progressed. Michael is more social than ever. He's gotten out of the house way more than I've ever seen him be. Michael's hygiene and diet has improved. Michael could probably benefit from the newlywed 15, although I probably took on the newlywed 30. I don't want to know how you do it, Catherine, but you make Michael a happier person. You do. So back on the competition side, Michael's anniversary. Michael's anniversary is now 1 day before mine, beating me to the first anniversary in June for our family. In my first 2 years of marriage, I've learned to choose your battles, which battles are worth dying on, and which ones are just better for your interest to just let lie. You can be right and still wrong. Be open and honest in your communications with the two of you, and that's going to be the glue between you is the communication and the honesty. Work on building the team of 2 before you start adding to that team or caring what other people think about your team is it's you guys now. This is your family that you're going to be building. That being said, if you don't like any of my tips or anything I said, you can just fast forward through this thing on the video. So never forget the vows that you took today, the words that you promised. Never forget the way you feel right now, the way that you appreciate each other and look at each other. Never forget this dinner because it was the best I've ever had, and I'll be coming back here. So to Michael and Catherine, happy wedding, happy ever after for you guys. Thank you. Cheers.
First of all, praise Jesus, they're married. For those who don't know me, I'm Kelly. I've been lucky enough to have Catherine by my side since our days braving the storm, that is the afternoon parking lot at Elisa Nagel High School, and dancing the nightaways at high school dances. And I think I'll start out by warning you that my speech is not as funny, because that was funny. And I'm like, okay, dang. Anyways, Catherine has been a light in my life ever since I've met her. And I just realized, talking to Jack today, it's been like 8 years, and that's just crazy because it seems like yesterday, but also forever. She is, I'm sure you all know, but she is one of the most down-to-earth and humble people I've ever met. Oh my gosh.
We're going to start cackling.
I'm like really an emotional person. Catherine inspires me daily by how much she has accomplished in her life. And she may be humble and not like to brag, but I can brag about her all day long. So let me tell you, everyone needs a friend like Catherine. I'm sorry. I've been crying all day. This is not new.
I'm here.
So everyone needs someone they can lean on, someone who encourages them, laughs with them, or at them. Because usually my life is a mess. And someone who has nothing but goodness in their heart. I can't even do this.
You can do this.
I don't even know what's happening. Anyways, I'm sorry. Overall, Catherine deserves nothing but pure happiness. That is all. And happiness and love in her life. And that's why I'm so happy that she found Michael. And she knew him, but she really found him after school. So I guess I knew that Michael was the one for Catherine. One day when we're sitting at P.F. Chang's and all I see is just pure joy in her eyes. And then also when she started calling Porsches. I was like, she's gone, Lord, what is this? She corrects me too. And I'm like, what? Okay. But these two are such a perfect match. And I could not be happier that Catherine found someone that loves her as well as Michael does. He truly treats her like the queen that she is. And I couldn't have asked for a sweeter love for her. Michael, I just want to say thank you for being everything that she has wanted and for respecting her and loving her and supporting her unconditionally. Oh, gosh, good Lord.
You're making all the grandparents cry. Careful.
I'm making myself cry. Oh, man, it pleases me to no end that God brought these two together. Oh, my gosh. So, Mr. and Mrs. White, I pray that God continues to bless you two with happiness and that he fills your life together with passionate, unending love, and that you constantly challenge each other to grow. I pray that you never forget to appreciate each moment, both good and not as good, big and small, and everything in between. And Michael, I know that you may be a destination guy, But I still hope that you two have the most amazing journey, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish together. So I think it's only right to end this with, thanks be to God. Good job.